So today I'm going to be reviewing the Marvel Legends Spider-Man 2099 from Across the Spider-Verse. So we'll take a quick look at the packaging here. So on the front we've got some cool artwork from the movie and obviously the figure here, and we actually get some plastic, which is pretty cool. And then on the back we've got a photo of the figure and the other figures in this wave from Across the Spider-Verse, and that's about it. So let's get them open and check them out.
Hey!
My water just broke.
So here's him out of the packaging, and he comes with an extra set of hands. He comes with the open hands and the fisted hands. And I have mixed feelings about this figure. One of the things I don't like is the fact of how small the feet are and the legs, which makes it really hard to keep him standing up, which I've ran into that problem with pretty much all the Across the Spider-Verse figures. And there's a few other things, but we'll go ahead and take a closer look at them and we'll get into more of that. So here's a closer look at him. He looks pretty cool as far as design wise. When I first saw him, I thought he looked pretty like cheaply made. The plastic and stuff just looked really cheap. But now that I've had him for a little bit, sort of messed around with him, he's starting to grow on me a little bit, but there is still some issues that I have with them, but we'll go ahead and check out some more detail on them. So we've got sort of the spider logo and everything here. We see sort of some of these lines and everything here look pretty good. That's one of the gripes that I have, is right here on this waist when he turns. That is on a separate piece, so it looks sort of weird when you rotate them, and even just like how that sticks out. And this part, so when you bend them back, there's no paint or anything underneath there, so it looks weird. And it just looks weird as far as the design elements of it. So that's one of the things that's a little bit frustrating. It is all pinless, so that's a plus. I always like that. We got some more red lines and stuff down here, red on the bottom of the feet. Check out the back real quick, if it will focus here. There it goes. We got this little like cape, web cape, look kind of cool, translucent. You can sort of see like where it goes in there, which is sort of weird. I don't know why that's there, or why they made it look that way, I guess I should say. We'll look at the arms. These are really bendy. This one over here is already bent coming out of the packaging, so I'm gonna have to heat it up and bend it back or something, so just be careful with those. They bend really easily. Look at the open hand here. Looks pretty cool. It seems like it's a darker red than the rest of the red on the rest of the figure on the hands, so you can sort of see the color difference there. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that. Even on this fisted hand, you can sort of see the different shade of red, and I'm not 100% sure, but this red lines down here on the shin sort of look like it's a darker red, like on the hands. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like that, it's designed like that, or it's just because of its different plastic, or I'm not sure. But yeah, we'll look underneath here a little bit. Hey, they actually put some paint apps underneath there. That looks pretty cool. Alright, so for his articulation, he can look up about that far, not very much, and down just a little bit, not a whole lot. We do get some rotation side to side. And then for the arms, he can reach up about just straight up, 90-degree angle there. We do have the bicep swivels and the double jointed pinless elbows, if I can do it without breaking his arm. There you go. And let's see, the wrists have the horizontal hinge, so you can bend them this way. And then for the ab crunch, you can bend forward about that far and he can bend back about that far if you can see it. And like I touched on a little bit, there's like no paint underneath here, so it looks a little weird. And then we have the waist cut here, which once again it looks weird when you turn them because that doesn't line up really. And then if you turn, if you can see, it's sort of like blocky. But he can kick forward that far, and back not much. Do have thigh cuts here and double jointed pinless knees, which are nice. And ankles, the feet and ankles, they are really small and they do feel really sort of gummy, because every time I try and push them down or anything, it feels like I'm just gonna bend the crap out of them. But they do go down that far and up just a little bit, and they do rotate to the side, and they do have peg holes in the bottom. But just be sort of careful with the feet because they do feel really gummy, and the legs not so much, just the feet more so, and the ankles. So here's what he looks like with the other Across the Spider-Verse figures that I've reviewed so far. He looks pretty cool. I had to bring out the stands for him and her just to get them to stand up. And those two I can't even put on stands because the peg hole's like not even deep enough to really do anything. So luckily they're standing up for right now. But that's one of the issues that I've experienced with all these figures, is just the tiny feet and not being able to stand up. At least with these I can put them on the stands and that helps, but those two back there I can't even put on the stands, so it's frustrating, especially if you want to get them in any kind of cool pose or anything. But yeah, that's what they look like so far, and I'll be doing reviews on the other Across the Spider-Verse figures, so you'll be able to see all of them together eventually. But I will leave a link in the description of this video if you guys do decide you want to pick them up. There will be a link in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know in the comments what you guys think of this figure, and please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and have a great day.